Sup guys, Hiking here, bringing you a final reaction to Attack on Titan's manga. The final chapter is here. It's 2:49 in the morning on the 8th of April. Yep, this is the end. It's an unofficial translation, mirror image I believe that I've got here. Better than nothing. Leaks have been out since yesterday, and it has not been received very well. Me personally, I don't know what to think. It's funny because I kind of predicted certain elements of this would happen. I didn't think I would be this right though. And it's... what can I say, man? Like, it is what it is. Well, we'll have to read it and then make up our thoughts afterwards, I guess. But here we go. The final chapter of Attack on Titan. So, we start with a young Armin and a young Eren. Back in Shingangshin, I believe. I get that you needed to do it after you saw the future with the Attack Titan's powers. But did you really need to riddle me with holes? Huh? What was the reason for the knee kick? So wait, what is this? So this they're in paths, I think. I don't get it. When did Armin go into paths? Mikasa came and cut Eren's head off and he died, so what's going on here? I felt desperate to separate myself from all of you while asking myself, wait, what am I doing? I just went with the flow of events. I'm sorry. Final chapter. Facing that tree on the hill. So that's the name of the... Facing that tree on the hill. That tree that we started on in the very first chapter of Attack on Titan, or episode. So there we go. Yeah, it's technically speaking, it's present Eren and Armin, but in child forms. Okay. It should be Mikasa that you're saying this to, not me. Especially after the nonsense you said. It really hurt her. Yeah, you're right. What is this? Is there a page or something missing? Okay. Eren, did you push us all away just so you could set us up as the heroes that saved all of humanity? That's right. So Eren pulled a LaRouge. Okay, I've never seen Cold Grease or Cold Geist, or whatever it's called. I've never seen it, but I'm familiar with that ending that everyone always talks about. It's like the one thing that people ever mention about that show. Like, I never hear anyone talk about anything else about it. Okay, it's always that ending that comes to mind. It's like, oh my god, that was one of the best endings ever. It's one of the main reasons I've never bothered watching it, because it's like, it's when you don't hear anything good about like a series that, and it's only the ending everyone always talks about, you have to wonder, like, how mediocre is the rest of the show that the ending foreshadows everything. Like, I get it, like a show that has a good ending is very powerful, but sometimes it's like, you know, there has to be more to it than that, right? But it's one of the reasons I've never bothered. But yeah, I was thinking maybe this is one of the reasons all of this is happening. Like Eren is making himself to be the villain, and he's setting his friends up as the heroes. And yeah, it seems that to be the case. So yeah, that's the ending they've gone for. It's a bit weird that we've got in. It's a bit weird. I feel like there's stuff missing here. Like, why are they here? Like, all the remaining people in the world now owe you all a tremendous debt. Even among the island devils, there were those on Paradise Island that opposed what I did and kept their humanity. The world would now hold you in the highest regard. At least that was my plan. Okay. Yeah, Armin's talking, but didn't you say you wanted to protect Paradise from the vengeance of the people outside the walls? Just like the Taban family did after the Great Titan War? They won't be able to take revenge anytime soon. What? 80% of all humans were killed during the rumbling. They won't be able to go to battle. Okay, so... oh, and Armin's got like a shocked face when he hears that. So 80% of humanity is dead. Eren literally... you know, for people saying that Eren failed in his genocide plan, no. He just sat there and confirmed that he just wiped out 80% of the world. So his genocide plan more or less succeeded. If it was 50-50, then yeah, you could say, okay, he completed half of his job. I mean, half the world is still alive, but it's not even half the world. 80% of the world is dead. 80% of the world is dead. And how much of the percentage is just paradise? Do you know what I mean? So like that's crazy when you think about it. Like Eren literally succeeded in his plan, like to wipe out the majority of the world. Like, did you? And Armin's just like, did you really need to go that far? Was all of this really for our sake? And Eren's just getting up now. Where are you? To where we always wanted to go. Let's continue talking while we walk. About the founder Ymir. So Armin's getting up and he's following. And they're in paths now? I don't get it. They're in a volcano area now. There's like lava or whatever flowing out. Like, what's going on here? I don't get it. And Eren's like, is this something like liquid fire? Seriously, it's flowing like a river. Oh, remember how Armin would talk to him about all the different places, like the ocean and snow, and, you know, I think rivers of fire and that, so they're seeing it. Armin's just like, yeah, he's bewildered. Where did we leave off again? What? 2,000 years ago, the founder Ymir continued to submit to King Fritz, leading to the Titan powers that we still see today. Is that Armin talking or Eren? I think it's Eren. That's right. Even after obtaining power that rivaled God, in front of her enemy who burned down her arm, killed her father and tore out her tongue, she continued to submit. And Armin's like, what in the world made her choose this? And Eren's like, I encountered her in the paths and understood what she was feeling. It's hard to believe, but... So now we're seeing an image of the founder Ymir. So, King Fritz burned down her home, killed her dad and tore out her tongue. I think we knew about the tongue part. But, yeah, we're seeing an image, like a flashback of the founder Ymir, and she's got her children. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th one's like a baby, obviously, and there's King Fritz. And 4 of the kids are just like next to him. The founder Ymir was in love with Karl Fritz. What? I'm sorry, what? Okay. Okay, this is just freaking weird now. I read those leaks that said this, and I was like, completely, this has to be bullshit. Ymir was in love with Karl Fritz after he did all that crap. Is this like some? Is this? This has to be a bad translation, right? He destroyed her home, her family, and did brutal shit to her and used her as a weapon. And she loved him. That's some next Stockholm syndrome right there. Like, no. No. That's stupid. That's stupid, isn't it? What is this bullshit? Like, and Armin's like, huh? That's the true reason that Ymir's restriction has persisted for the last 2,000 years. I couldn't look any deeper into the founder Ymir's heart, but I know for certain she was in pain, wishing for freedom. And now they're in like a snowy environment, I think. I think they've left the volcano environment. Yeah, they're in snow now. Or is this the sand area? I don't even know anymore. She waited 2,000 years for someone. She continued to hope that someone could free her from the pain of her love. Finally, they arrived. That person was Mikasa, and they're like in the snowy environment, and there's the paths. That person was Mikasa, so that's the reason Ymir was smiling at the end of the last chapter at Mikasa, like, killing Eren and kissing his head. Like, what? I'm so confused. This feels like a last minute thing to like make Mikasa feel like an important character. Like, because really, when you think about it, she really wasn't that important. Like, yeah, she's an Ackerman, and she's like princess to carrying the Shogun bloodline, but when did that come into play? Do you mean it literally proved unimportant really in this final arc, and now suddenly it's like, oh yeah, she was waiting for Mikasa the whole time. What? So there's adult, or is this, I don't know, teenage Eren and Armin now? I think they've grown up, or are they still kids? I think they've grown up now. And they're looking up, and Armin's like, what? Did you just say Mikasa? I did. You really weren't listening, were you? I was listening. Why was it Mikasa? Well, that's something only the founder Ymir would know. And there's a flash of Mikasa smiling in the scarf. Even I am still wondering what Mikasa will do. I still don't know. I can only say one thing for certain. Ymir choosing Mikasa was what led to this end result. What the hell does that even mean, Ymir choosing Mikasa? How did Ymir choose Mikasa? What does that mean? Everything was only for the sake of reaching this end result. All I did was follow that path. I massacred 80% of all of humanity. I made all of Paradise Island stop killing each other. I got my precious friends dragged into this war, all the while not knowing if any of them were even still alive. What? And Armin's just getting sad looking at him. So that was the future that you saw at the medal awarding ceremony. It must have been painful to carry that burden all alone. You know, Aaron's just like, yeah, Aaron's just getting this very, very sad face now, like he's regretting and miserable. Armin, my thoughts have become incoherent. The influence that the Founder's powers bring about have no past or future. They all exist at the same time, and that's why it was inevitable. And now we're getting a flash of Bertold on the day when young Bertold, child Bertold, when he broke the wall. It was inevitable on that day. At that time, Bertold wasn't yet supposed to die. And Armin's like, huh? That's why I overlooked that, and I sent... Oh my god. And we're getting a flash of Dina's Titan going towards Aaron's house ways. Oh my god. And Armin's just getting the look of realization. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, one of the... See, this is a thing... This is actually... Was this in the anime? I'm trying to think if this was included in the anime. I think it was included in Season 4, where Dina's Titan comes and completely ignores Bertold and walks past him. And I believe at the time in the chapter, and now in the anime as well, everyone was like, why did that happen? Why did Dina ignore Bertold and go straight for Carla? And everyone was like, well, maybe it was Dina looking for Grisha, but there'd be more to it than that, right? And there's been a lot of theories going around that maybe Eren was the one who sent, from the future sent, or did something to make Dina kill his mom, which is screwed up as hell. But essentially, that would mean that he set everything in motion. That it was Eren setting everything in motion and setting him on his path. And yeah, that seems to be the case. And we're seeing, yeah, they're not even straight up saying that. Like, it's pretty much inferred from that image and what Eren's saying. Yeah, so he killed his mom. Eren basically killed his mom. What the fuck? You'd think he could avoid that, but that he would choose to save her instead. What the fuck? I'm just like, okay. Okay, I get it. It's one of those tropes. Do you know what I mean? It's like what's the word for it? Like, it's not even a paradox. It's just like, is it Deus Ex Machina? Is that a term you can use? I don't even know, man. Like, shit. Okay, it's I guess it's like those stories where the dude, I don't know, sleeps with his grandma or something, so his dad or whatever is born, so he can be born. I don't know, like that kind of complex bullshit like you see like in Futurama maybe. I don't even know, man. Like, this is just... And Armin, is it Eren or Armin? Armin grabs Eren's hand and he's like, let's go, Eren. Yeah. And now they're going from children, from teenagers to now they're current adults, and now they're at the ocean. So, what did you think about what? About Mikasa? Do you think she can forget you and live happily with someone else, just as you'd wished? Well, I don't know. And Armin just punched Eren. Remember when I said this would probably end with Armin and Eren feel like having a fight in paths? Well, I guess I was right about that too, because it's happening. And he punches Eren. That's such a weird image there. He's punching him. Ouch. Don't give me that nonsense. I don't remember forgiving you for what you'd said. How do you feel about bluntly turning down Mikasa's feelings for you? Did you think you could get away with simply saying, forget about me? To Mikasa, the one person who put her life on the line just for you. And Eren's just in the water. Like, Mikasa ordered to forget about a heartbreaker like you and find happiness elsewhere. Well, she might easily find a good man. And Aaron's like, no. And Armin's like, huh? Aaron's screaming at Armin, I don't want that. I want her to only have feelings for me. What? I don't want her to find another guy. Even after I die, I want her to hold me in her heart for a long time. Remember last chapter when Mikasa was having that sort of vision and she kept having those headaches and she kept seeing those visions, and I think people said it was a dream, and I think Isayama himself confirmed it was just a dream, but I kind of said that maybe it was Eren doing something and sending these visions, like maybe if she had told him her feelings, that he would have run off with her, that he would have chosen her and would have chosen to go with her, and all of this could have been avoided. You've got Eren sitting there now confessing that no, he loves Mikasa, that he wants Mikasa. Which basically means that if Mikasa had confessed her feelings to him, then yeah, he would have 100% said yes. I mean, that was him standing there to her and saying, what am I to you? If Mikasa had said that to him, he probably would have 100% gone with her and all of this would have been avoided. But this also means that, I guess he doesn't like Historia then. And this also means the shipping wars are over now, essentially, because if there's one thing that, you know, that happens in mangas and anime, it's shipping wars. And there was so many different people going, oh, it's Mikasa and Eren, it's Eren and Historia. I honestly thought it's going to be Eren and Historia, so I'm actually a bit shocked by this revelation that Eren actually gives a shit, like, because he's never really shown it. Like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think if he has. He obviously shown that he does care about Mikasa and Armin, like, and that whole thing he was telling them at the time was just him sort of being angry at them, and obviously trying to say these things to hurt them, so they would like want to hate him and that. But and now Armin's like, oh, I see. I didn't know you could say something so awkward, so bluntly. And Aaron's like, please don't tell Mikasa I said that. I do want her to live happily. I really do, but damn it. I don't want to die. I want to be here with Mikasa, with all of you. Oh, that's sad, man. Armin's getting upset. Eren, don't give up yet. Let's find it. There must be another way. I can't. All those people also probably didn't want to die, and yet there's no way I'd be forgiven for this. You're damn right you wouldn't be forgiven. Look at that. Now it's cutting from the ocean to the rumbling. We're seeing the aftermath of the road. Footprints, blood, destruction. There's literally nothing left. The world's been trampled to death. Jesus. Let me get a thumbnail of this. That would be a good thumbnail, actually. Like, can't even get spoilers from this. Like, literally, like. Yeah, Eren wouldn't be forgiven. Like, people would lynch and murder and torture him for this. Like, you can't forgive him for this. Like. And yeah, Armin's just like, he's got that look of horror and he's like. And Eren continues, even if I wasn't aware of how this would all end with you guys stopping me, I still would have reduced everything in this world to dust. Even if I wasn't aware of how this would all end with you guys stopping me, I would. So Eren knew they would stop him, and he could have chosen to fight back, and he didn't. He didn't fight back. He wanted to be stopped. I still would have reduced everything in this world to... I've annihilated most of the forests. In a few days, this land will be filled with insects that have grown fat on the Corian? What the hell's a Corian? I wanted to turn all the earth into a brand new land. And Armin's like, but why? And Eren flashes to his dad, Grisha. Eren, that's your name. And Eren's like, I don't know why, but I wanted to at any cost. And now we're flashing to Grisha. He's holding baby Eren. There's his mom, Carla. Eren, you are free. See, that's the panel. That's the panel that Isayama released, and he was like, this is the final panel of Attack on Titan. Clearly it wasn't. Because this is... What is this? This is page 17. So much for it being the final panel. Armin sees a seashell and he's going for it. And Eren's still talking. It's time now, Armin. I'll erase your memories of the time you spent here. He's gonna erase his memories? The next time we meet, we'll be trying to kill each other, but When all this ends, you'll remember again. Wait, what? The next time we meet, we'll be trying to kill it. So when was this? When did Eren talk to Armin about this? Since it started with them as kids, did future Eren go into past Eren and talk to him while he was a kid? What's going on? No, this is current because Armin has the memories of current. So what is this? The next time we'll meet, next time we meet, we'll be trying to kill each other. But when all this ends, you'll remember again. And Armin picks up the seashell and he's like, Eren, thank you. And Eren's got the markings on his face, the Titan markings. Thank you for turning yourself into a mass murderer for our sake. I'm trying to force a, because like this is, that sounds so sarcastic coming from Armin. Eren, thank you for turning yourself into a mass murderer for our sake. I swear I won't let this transgression go to waste. I feel like he's mocking him and now they're hugging it out. The hell is going on? Like, I'm liking this, but at the same time, I'm so confused by what's happening. Like, what? I don't know what will happen after I die, but I know that you can go beyond the walls. The one who will save humanity is you. Okay, so now we're cutting to that whole thing with Eren telling Levi back in the day that Armin will be the one to save the world, and okay. It's you, Armin. And he's got the seashell. Page 20. Oh my god, this was back on the ship when they all went. Is this when they all went into paths? That time when Eren was talking to everyone and he used this opportunity to talk to Armin. And that was the point. And he sees that Armin looks up like he's snapping out of the trance, and he looks up and he sees the seagull, and there's Annie. Have your wounds healed already? And he's like, huh? Annie? And there's the seagull flying away, and now we're cutting back to the present. So that was the past. That was like a few chapters back. Oh my god. So now that Eren dies, he's obviously gonna remember, right? And there's Falco. He's still flying, and I don't know what's going on here. He's burning up in the air. And there's the Titans. The colossal Titans are falling. They're burning up. They're turning into dust. What's going on? And there's Armin. Like he's normal. So was that Eren and Armin's Titan? I think that was, yeah, that was Eren and Armin's Titan like fight that were duking it out, and their bodies have collapsed, and there's Armin coming out of the smoke. And yeah, he's like, I remember now. This is, and there's Mikasa coming from the shadows, and yep, she's got Eren's head in her arms. Armin like he's looking at his hand, and he looks back and he sees Mikasa, and there's Mikasa. There's Mikasa cradling Eren's head. Oh my god, Eren's head. Eyes closed, like he's in peace, at peace. And Armin's crying. And he's screaming, and he's cuddling Eren's head as well. Okay, that's... yeah, he's crying and it's sad. It is sad, man, like... I want to cry, man, like, I'm feeling emotional, because, like, that revelation, man, like, I've been saying it for months. I think a lot of us were saying it, that Eren was doing all of this shit just to... He was pulling a Professor Snape, an Itachi, a LaRouge. He was doing all that shit to make himself the villain. He's not a hero. He's not a hero. We can't sit here and say he's a hero. No, he made himself 100% the villain. There is no good thing here that Eren done. Okay, he wiped out 80% of the world just to give his people a fighting chance, and just to save his friends, and hopefully have his friends be the ones to save humanity in some way. I don't know, because, like, you know, Eldians killing Eldians. I don't know, man. It's just... Mikasa's talking. Armin, your memories have returned too, haven't they? Memories of the day when Eren came to visit us. Visit you, yeah. So did Mikasa have a flashback as well? And Armin's like, yeah, I heard all about it. That the result of the choice that you caused, will wipe out the power. Yeah, I heard all about it. The result of the choice that you caused will wipe out the power of the Titans from this world. And now... this is both beautiful and it sucks. So yeah, everyone is turning back into humans. There's Connie. There's Jean. There's Reina like next to Jean. There's Gabby. I don't know how to feel about this. I think we predicted this. We said that maybe if they kill the worm or they kill Eren or whatever, everyone might turn back into human again. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm kind of annoyed, really. I don't see. Take Fairy Tail, for example, and I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but I enjoyed reading the manga, but if there's one thing that pissed me off about it was the fact that characters die, and then they come back again, and it just makes all of that sacrifice and that emotion that we felt completely and utterly pointless. And I don't like that when I see that. And like something with Naruto, for example, I find it alright because characters do die, and they do for the majority of the time stay dead. You know, the only time characters ever came back were as zombies or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that was fine. I didn't mind that. But this is just a piss take, man. Like, we lost. Essentially, we lost Jean and Connie last chapter. Okay, I was ready to accept that because it was so unexpected, and it was like, well, shit, they're dead. You know, they're not going to turn back. The only way to survive is to kill them now. And my prediction was that Reina would sacrifice himself to have Gabby eat him, and she would get the armor titan, whatever, and she would revert back to being a human. And you know, that loss, that pain, you know, Annie's dad, you know, she never got to really say her feelings for him. Gone. Reina's mom, that resolution, all of that gone. And I was like, it's tragic. It's a tragic way for that to go. But it worked. It was emotional. And now we get this. And it's like, never mind. Everyone is fine. Everyone is fine. Yeah, I'm pissed off, actually. I don't like that. I know some people could say, oh, you're upset it didn't go your way. Yeah, I am upset it didn't go in that way. Because I feel like I've already said, I feel like pulling this kind of bullshit, it's bollocks. Because Attack on Titan has always been about tragedy. And there is tragedy here still. There's tragedy in the way Eren has died and that revelation that's now been revealed to Armin. There's a final twist there that, oh yeah, he set everything in motion. You know, he literally killed his mom just to set himself on this path. That is tragedy, but this is too much of a hopeful, good ending, really. Like, everyone is fine. Like, power of the will wipe out. But I don't get this part. Yeah, I heard all about it, that the result of the choice that you caused will wipe out the power of the Titans from this world. So what choice did Mikasa cause? And there's Jean, I remember it all. That consternation's damned fool. And there's Reina, like, Eren, what a man you are. And Connie, Eren said, he said that my mother would also become human again. He told us to live long. And there's Annie. And there's Peckham. She's alive. Peckham's alive. Best girl's alive. Okay, I'm happy Peckham's alive. Good that. There's Annie. He told us to live long. But what about you? We never asked for your help, you reckless idiot. So everyone's like crying about Eren now. Like, Jesus. And there's Annie's dad. And she's rushing to him. Yeah. There's Peckham. I wanted to speak to him too. There's that resolution. Annie's dad. Welcome back. I've safely returned. I've returned safely, father. And there's Falco. Gabby. And there's Falco running. People in the mist. And there's Levi against the rock. Hey guys. Oh man, that's depressing. Levi should have died. Levi should have died. I'm sorry. Like, his character arc ended. He should have died. I honestly think he should have died during the explosion thing. Like, he should have died when Zeke pulled that stun, and he should have just died there. That's it. But yeah, this part, like, it's something we've seen a dozen times now. He's seeing all the dead Survey Corps members. We've got Eren and Hanji and oh man, I forgot her name. What was Levi's love interest called? I forgot her name. And there's his squad basically. And there's some of the other characters that died. Obviously, there's Mika or Mike, if you will. Hey guys, were you all watching there? It seems that this is how it ends. There's a panel of Erwin, Hanji, the goal that you all devoted your hearts to. Ah, man, it's like he's seen the ghost and they're all doing that. The salute, man, the give your hearts. Damn it. And Levi's doing it too. And there's like the sign, there's a symbol, the wings of freedom, like in the smoke being formed or whatever. Like, that's so weird. And he's happy. And Connie, are they actually seeing it? Yeah, they're seeing this. They're actually seeing them. Like, no, this isn't just in their imagination. They're actually seeing the dead characters. And there's, because yeah, they're connected by the paths in it. So then there's Jean and Connie, and they seen Sasha. Like, she's giving the salute to them, and Connie's like, Sasha? And she's smiling and happy and. Okay, that was a bit sad. So I'm trying not to cry right now. Like and there's Gabby, and she sees Falco, and oh, Falco just rushed into her and they're hitting the floor. And there's Reina reuniting with his mom. Mother, I no longer have the power of the Armored Titan. And she's like, are you sure? I'm so glad, huh? I'm sorry, Reina. I just need you by my side. And she's hugging him. And there's Mikasa Armin with Eren's head. I'll be going. And Mikasa's like, I'll be going now. Huh? To where? If we stay here like this, I'm sure Eren won't let us give him a proper burial. You're right. Take him to rest in the quiet place. And she takes the head. She takes her gear. She's taking her gear off. It's like she's given up. The fight's over. I don't need to wear this. And she's going. Eren always liked dozing off in that place. Yeah, I think that's the perfect place. She gives him a look and she's disappearing into the smoke, and her arm is just covering it, and he looks back and there's the Marleyan soldiers, and they're looking at the Eldians. So what's gonna happen now? I mean, one minute they're like truce, the next minute they're getting eaten, and next... Let me see, is Onyu Coupon there? No, the chief is there, so... But... There's Annie's dad protecting her, shielding her. Reina, Peckham, his mom, Gabby, Falco. There's Peckham with her dad behind Connie and Jean. And he's like... Annie's dad, please listen, Chief Mole. Eren Yeager is dead. The power of the Titans have also been eliminated from this world. We're all just regular humans now. And the chief's like, can you prove it? Right here, now. And he's like, if it's a blood test you want, right here, right now. Please, prove it to us. The dude's like, prove it to us. Are you human or are you Titan? This is a nice callback to that first few chapters back in the first arc, like in the Charleston arc, when the dude's like, are you human or are you Titan? Prove it or we're gonna kill you now, like. Okay, and the survey corps, like the survey corps, they're just like this. They look really pissed off right now. And who's dropping their gear? Armin, he just dropped his gear and he's rushing forward. Oh my god, yeah, it's a callback to that moment. If there was anyone left with the power of the Titans, we'd be using that power to protect ourselves right now. Instead, even after having guns pointed at our heads, we're still powerless humans. This is above all is proof that we are just humans now. And Annie's giving her that look, and the chief is pointing his hand down. And he's like, and you are. I am Armin Owlet, an Eldian of Paradise Island. I am the one who killed the attack titan, Eren Yeager. Technically speaking, Mikasa killed him, so I don't get this bullshit that he's saying he's the one who killed him, but okay. Everyone's looking at him like, yeah. Mikasa just continues to walk away. Page 38, and now we're cutting to a little girl. And there's Historia! There's Historia on a farm with a little girl. Wow. Time skip. And there's the farmer with wine and beer and pick. Oh, it's a birthday. It's a birthday party. She's 3 years old now. So, Historia's baby daddy was not Eren, I guess. What was the point of all that mystery bullshit and build-up? Like, couldn't Isayama have made it more obvious that it was literally the farmer? No, because he wanted this whole mystery bullshit of people, oh my god, Eren's the dad, or isn't he? And giving us vague bullshit like, again, I don't like that in a story. I don't. I think it's bollocks. Like, if you're doing all of this shit only to reveal at the last minute, oh yeah, Eren wasn't a dad. Yeah, I was just mind fucking you the whole time. Like, you have to be an honest prick to do that. Like, how many chapters and we never got a Historia POV? Like, you couldn't give us some backstory with the farmer and her. Like, we got stuff with Sasha and Niccolo. Like, we couldn't get anything with Historia. Like, another character that's pretty much forgotten and wasn't really important in the end. Fucking hell, man. I don't... 3 years have passed since that day, which was called the Battle of Heaven and Earth. And there's a big celebration, so I'm guessing it's the anniversary now. There's just tents. Tents of people. Obviously, you've got like the makeshift. It's like the stuff you go to the homeless people. You've got the shelters, you've got the big pots, and everyone's just gathering for food. The people who have faced tremendous loss in life and yet survived must be suffering from scars that won't heal. And now we're cut into a bunch of soldiers with rifles, guns, armor. I think this is Eldia, yeah. As the world mourns its losses amidst anxiety and uneasiness, the nation of Eldia has formed an army under the Jaeger faction and is focusing on strengthening its military forces. So, nothing was really resolved then, and yeah, we're cut into Paradise Island. There's people screaming. They've got a new symbol now, wings and guns going across, black and white. Fearing the retaliation of the remnants of the humans who survived on the other side of the ocean, the people of the island raised their voices in union. And there's the reporter guys, and there's Reeves' son. He's old now, he's got a beard, he's smoking a cigarette. If we win, we live. If we lose, we die. People are screaming and shouting, and I think that might be Hitch in the background, or the girl that Mikasa saved. I don't know, the one yarding. I don't know if it's Hitch. There's a girl with glasses there. I doubt that's Rico though. So if we don't fight, we can't win. And then now we got the Browse family there. We got the Browse family. There's Niccolo next to them, and they're not happy. They're not even cheering. Sasha's mom's not smiling. Niccolo's not smiling. Her sister's not smiling. The dad's smiling though. Mr. Browse is somewhat smiling, and everyone else is just cheering. Yeah, go for it. The brothers, the other siblings are with them. They're not smiling. Like, fight. Yeah, they're not happy about it. And now we're cutting to the docks. A bunch of people have gathered. This fight won't end until either the Eldians or the rest of the world is wiped out. Maybe what Eren had said was right. And there's Historia, and there's Kiyomi in the background with the other people. Like, they're all allies, I guess, now. So, yeah. Historia. Even so, Eren chose to entrust us with the future of this world. As we now live, and there's a ship coming. Or going. I don't even know. There's people in the ship. Who's that? Is that an older Armin with a Reina? And I think there's Jean in the mirror fixing his hair. And there's Connie looking out the window. And there's an older Peckham, Jean, and Armin sitting by a table, teacups. And Armin is going for a ladder or something. In a world without titans. And Reina's smelling it? No, Armin? Yeah, Reina just took the ladder and is smelling it? What the hell? Historia's handwriting is so beautiful. I can't stop looking. It even smells nice too. And there's... What? Why? Again, like, okay, I know Reina always had the hots for Historia, but Jesus Christ, that dude's just thirsty as hell. And there's Jean, like, how many times should I tell you to stop lusting after a married woman? How disgusting. Historia got married. She literally got married with the farmer dude that we don't know shit about. Like, he just threw rocks at her when they were kids and then he liked her and married her. Oh my god. And Peckham's like, you say all that, but you're clearly worried about how your hair looks. Who do you want to impress? Well, there's always the possibility for a Jean and Peckham ship, so, you know, that's still strong. The schoolgirls who read history books. And there's Reina like, don't you mean picture books of horses? Oh, snap. Is that... Seriously, that has to be a mistranslation. That has to be a mistranslation, like... Is that Isayama just poking fun at Jean and how everyone takes the piss that he looks like a horse? Now I'm sure disappointed that you get to live a nice long life, Reina. Okay. How are they all... Okay, I guess 3 years later and they're all chill with each other, but still, what the hell? And there's Annie entering. Paradise Island is within sight now. Armin, do you really think things will go well? To think that the same group who destroyed the walls, betrayed Paradise and killed Eren, the same group whom the Eldians revered, who would serve as the ambassadors of peace negotiations between them and the allied nations. I wouldn't be surprised, and there's Peckham just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to sink their ship. And McConaughey's... Is that Connie or is that Falco? Is that Connie? I'm a bit confused because it's Connie with hair. Okay, it's Connie with hair, but it's like, it's so weird seeing Connie with hair. Like, it's really weird. Trust in Historia, Her Majesty the Queen, who without hesitation took Jean's family and my mother under her protection, will surely protect us too. Why did Historia take Jean's family and his mother? Oh, I guess because they're targets? Because they killed Eren and the Jaeger function would want to kill them too? That's messed up, man. Like, Annie's still talking, or in our weakened state, they might just... Annie. I know it was like, Annie, conflict between people will never end. And he's getting up, but if they see us all together like this, everyone would surely want to know what we experienced. And now we're cutting to... I don't know what this is. Is this Paradise Island or is this Mali? Like, I don't know what this place is. It looks like London or something. Like, there's an older Gabby and Falco, and they're taking care of Levi in a wheelchair. And there's on your coupon, just walking with a case alongside them. And there's a plane flying overhead, and there's just people, normal people walking. I'm assuming this is Paradise Island. So Levi ended up in a wheelchair, and he's just reading a newspaper like, oh my god. He became the Mike guy of the story. Literally, he became the Mike guy of the story, but at least then it made sense, do you know what I mean? This is just like, Levi should have died. He should have died. What was the point? Like, and why are Falco and Gabby taking care of him? And why is on your coupon with them? Like, I guess because Hanji's not there and he's the closest to, I don't know. It's weird. Why the very same people who were at each other's throats not so long ago are now coming together to paradise to appeal for peace. Levi lost his eye, Jesus. He's missing an eye, man, like... Oh my god, we must tell them the truth of that story, which unfolded before our very eyes. And now the group, now Armin, Connie, Annie, Jean, Reina, and Peckham are on top of the boat now at the front, and there's bird feathers falling down on him. Page 46, and now we're cutting to the tree. The tree from the very beginning of the story, normal walls surrounding it. And there's Mikasa sitting down by the tree with a gravestone and flowers on it. Jesus, man, Eren. Everyone will soon be here to meet you. She touches the stone. You're happy, right? She looks over and there's no more walls. She can see it's Shingonshina from this distance, I believe, yeah. And she's remembering her time with Eren when she went up to him. She's crying. I wish I could see you again. Jesus, man. And there's a bird. And it's grabbing her scarf. Did it take the scarf? No, it didn't. It didn't take the scarf. It's picking at the scarf, but she keeps it. She keeps it still, and it's flying away. She's looking. Mikasa looks up at Eren. Was the bird wrapping the scarf up? Oh, the bird came down and it wrapped the scarf up on her. Was the bird supposed to represent Eren then? Eren, you wrapped this scarf around me. Thank you. End. And that's the end of Attack on Titan, chapter 139. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I think the beginning stuff was the strongest part of this, I think. The revelation that, you know, that just that whole talk with Armin, I think, was very powerful. I am sad he didn't have a final thing with Mikasa. He didn't talk with her and that, but I imagine he would have broken down and just like, I love you, whatever. I'm pissed. I'm not going to be with you. Like, maybe, I don't know. But we sort of got our Mikasa and Eren moment last chapter. But it was nice just to get that final moment with Eren and Armin, because that's sort of really what set this whole thing up. You know, Armin's talk to Eren with that book and him telling him, like, you know, there's all this stuff in the outside world, and now they sort of got to experience that. They got to experience, you know, the volcano, snowy environments, lava, you know, and that. And just the revelation that, you know, Eren wasn't a complete heartless bastard. Like, we know he wasn't a heartless bastard. You know, when he broke down next to Ramsey, like, he was upset, he was angry, he knew what he was gonna do. We know that. He saw the future, and he knew that he would have to do this. And it broke him. It did break him. He wasn't a complete lunatic, like, but he didn't see any other option. And essentially, he succeeded. He wiped out 80% of the world. Okay. It wasn't 100%, but he still wiped out 80%. And he didn't want to kill his friends. That's why he never attacked them. That's why he never fought back. He used what he had at the time. And he knew they would beat him. He knew they would defeat him. And even if they didn't, like, if they wouldn't, you know, he even says it, if he didn't see a future where they weren't going to fight, he would still reduce the world to dust. So that really, he was going for two options at this point. He was going to kill the world if he could. If he had no other choice, but like, I like that. I did like that, and the revelation that he set the time, you know, Dina to kill his mom, like, to set all of that in motion. Like, that's messed up. Like, I wish we could have gotten some sort of parallel other universe that kind of shows that, oh, in one path, I saved mom, but it all went to shit. And you could have, you know, that could have shown that was necessary in order for that to happen, but no. So it just seems really fucked up and ruthless for Eren to do that. Yeah, I like the confrontation between the Marleyans and the Eldians at the end with Armin coming in and stopping the fight and that. But I'm not a fan of everyone turning into human, like turning back. Like I said, I just feel like that takes away from what we had last chapter and the sacrifice. Like, no one Reina didn't die. You know, I'm shocked. He lived, and he gets to live a long life now. Like I'm shocked. If you told me that these are the characters who would survive to the end of the story, I wouldn't have believed you. Like, there really was no losses. The Alliance won. But Eren won, but the Alliance won. Isayama himself said that originally he wanted to do a Mist-inspired ending. Okay, he wanted to go for a depressing ending where, like, you know, everyone dies and only the hero sort of lives, and it's just depressing. Like, you know, at the last minute he thinks the world's doomed, but no, he could have, if he had been patient, if he'd believed, but no, it all went to crap. But then later on, he said he went for a Guardians of the Galaxy inspired ending. You know, he saw Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or something at the time, or he was like, I'm gonna go for this kind of ending. And yeah, it was pretty obvious, like, you know, it's sort of basically like the Nova Corps. They come and help the heroes, but they get wiped out at the end. The bad guy still kills them all, but they still manage to save. You know, planet Xandar from Ronan. And they go on with their lives, like, no sacrifices really, except that one death with Groot, but he still lives in a way. I don't know how you can compare this. Like, I don't know what part of this is like. I guess the Alliance of the Guardians. They came in and they kicked ass and they saved everyone. Boom, done. But there was no sacrifice really. Like, think about it. Like, okay, I guess Eren is a sacrifice. He sacrificed himself for this, but at the same time, I don't know how to feel about this, man. Like, I honestly think half the characters should have died. Like, Connie and Jean should have died. It was good. It was a sad way for it to go, but like, I feel like they should have stayed dead. Levi should have died. When Zeke pulled the spear out, whatever, like back in those days, like back in that chapter, he should have just stayed dead. He should have died then and there from his injuries and died. It's nice that he sees Erwin and Hanji for that final, like, he sees their spirits, and Connie and Jean seeing Sasha, but like, And obviously the conflict is not over. This isn't a 100% happy ending. Okay, Eren still destroyed 80%. He killed 80% of the world. There's still 20% of the world or whatever, or 15, whatever, that's still pissed and angry. There is still some sort of truce now with the Marleyans and the Eldians at least. We didn't even see what happened to Yelena, man. Like, she just disappeared. Like, I didn't see her in the chapter. I didn't notice her in the chapter, so she's just freaking gone. We never found out what happened to Rico. I know she wasn't that important, but like, she just disappeared from the story. Like, what the hell happened to her? Like, his story wasn't really important. Just a plot device, really, as an excuse of not having to eat the Beast Titan and actually ending the resolution of all of this or something. I don't even know, man. Like, it makes no sense, man. Like, I don't know. Like, it's stupid. I think it's stupid. Like, his story was one of the best developed characters, and then this is what they did to her in the end. Like, it's very shit. It's very shit what happened with her character in the end. Like I would have accepted them making her a very ruthless queen who's totally agrees with Eren's actions, and then it's like, yeah, let's do this, and supports him. But like, I don't know, man. The way they did it, the way it's handled, it's just crap. Like, for her to just disappear from the story like that, like, it sucks. It generally sucks. Like, what was the point of the birth and all that and all the setup? Like, is this as bad as Game of Thrones Season 8? Because I'm seeing a lot of people just fucking pissed. Like, is this as bad as Game of Thrones? No. No, Game of Thrones is much worse. Okay, Game of Thrones is much worse. Yeah, okay, like, that pisses me off because, like, yeah, that just pisses me off. But Attack on Titan was still good. You know what I mean? From beginning to pretty much the end of the War on Paradise Island, it was good. Or even the beginning of the Rumbling chapter when the Rumbling first started. It was still good up to that point. Everything else after that had a hit and miss, essentially. Like, there were some good moments, there were some bad moments, there were some emotional moments, but overall, like, you compare this to the final season of Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones final season just really didn't have a lot of good stuff. I'd probably say that episode 2 was the only decent thing, and everything else just really sucked. Yeah, you had some decent action sequences, but overall, it sucked. It was stupid. It was bad. With Game of Thrones, with Attack on Titan, the Rumbling arc, final arc, if you will. Like I said, there was some good stuff in there mixed with some stupid, very bad stuff. Like, it's a very hit and miss kind of thing with it. That doesn't hold up as well as the other previous arcs that we got. And you can, I don't know, it feels like Isayama was gonna end it originally, maybe with the Rumbling. And then, I don't know, at some point it was like, nah, we need to go with a hopeful ending of sorts. And it is a hopeful ending, but, man. I've been reading this since, when have I been reading this? 2014, 2000, I think the first chapter I ever did a reaction to was chapter 70? I think it was chapter 70. Let that sink in. Chapter 70, oh my god. And this is the point we're at, like... This is how it ends. Yeah, it's so weird, like characters are just... His daughter looks nothing like Eren, so... Looks more like her, really. I mean... If they wanted a hint that that's Eren's kid, it would have been more obvious, but no. A farmer is the father, okay? I don't know if this was Isayama's way of, like, trying to destroy the shipping. Like, you know, he didn't want the whole Eren Historia thing being canon and that, so he changed it at the last second and he made it his Eren and Mikasa, because that's essentially what he did in this chapter. He made it Eren and Mikasa. I don't know, man. Again, I don't know how to feel. I really don't know. There's some good stuff in this. There is, but like I said, this whole final arc was hit and miss, essentially. And the whole thing with Ymir, founder Ymir. What happened to the worm? They were fighting the worm and they don't even show what happens to it. Did it die? Did it disintegrate? That 1 minute they're fighting it, it's the most powerful thing in the world, and the next minute everything's done, like Titans are over. Like Armin is saying that Mikasa did a choice or something that destroyed. How? How did it end all the Titans? I don't get that. I don't get that. How did that stop all the Titans? How is no one able to turn into a Titan anymore? What exactly happened? I don't get it. What? So Ymir needed to see someone. I don't get it. I don't get this. I'm so confused. She loved King Fritz, which makes no freaking sense considering what a violent piece of shit he was. And then what? She wanted that to be reaffirmed, like, and Mikasa proved that. Despite Eren being a piece of shit who did all of this, Mikasa still loved him. She killed him, but she still loved him in the end and is upset that he's dead. Like, she did what... is it trying to say that Mikasa did what Ymir couldn't? Like, when she took the spear, for example, when Helios threw that spear at her, and she threw the spear at the king, and she dived in and took it, she could have ended all that Eldian bullshit right then and there, and let him die. But because she loved him, she protected him. But then she didn't regenerate. Like... I don't get it. This is so fucking... I feel like this is complete bullshit. That whole aspect of Ymir's character is complete bullshit. I don't get it. It's very confusing. This feels like it needed another chapter to wrap things up, because a lot of things did not get explained. By the way, did the Ackermans being Titan experiments, science experiments, whatever, get explained? No, that just got forgotten. Which is pretty obvious that Isayama was never going to answer that, because when you watch episode 2 of the final season... You know, that bit of information that was supposed to reveal that was cut from the anime, so you knew, just from that fact, you knew it was never going to be answered in the manga. Like, that was just Isayama's way of saying, yeah, it's not important, forget it, cut out, because I'm not going to answer it anyway, like, whatever, like, this feels lazy, man, like, I don't know, it just feels exhausting. Jesus, is this the first time I've ever done an hour-long reaction video for this? Jesus, like I said, I'm neither happy nor am I upset, like, because the overall result would have been, this was either going to end in a very depressing way, and it still is depressing. We have to remind ourselves, 80% of the world is freaking dead. There's still conflict, but there's still hope for peace as well. Like, it's not a 100% happy ending, but it feels like a happy ending, because everyone is still sort of alive. I don't know, like, it just... I cried more reading and watching Naruto and Shippuden, right? And the manga for that than I did for this at the moment. Like, I don't know, I feel like the anime did a much better. Maybe the anime for this will do a better job, but, you know, technically speaking, the anime for this cuts things out, so I don't know. Like, at least with that, you know, they extended stuff and it was better. Like, I was able to watch them, like, it's better. And I enjoy it a lot more. Things got explained in that. Hardly anything got explained here. Everything here feels rushed, like... But that whole Eren, honestly, the best part of this is honestly the talk with Eren and Armin. That's the best part of this chapter for me. After that, it's just like it's the typical final chapter bullshit you get in every manga, like where it just cuts to every character and you're finding. Fullmetal Alchemist, I think, that did this better than this. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, because I've seen the ratings, and honestly, Fullmetal Alchemist is a better manga and a better anime, in my opinion. Like, it is. Screw what anyone says, it is. Like, that's hands down a masterpiece, in my opinion. And that did it better. I read the manga for that first. I watched the first series first, and I was like, it's good. Dark and depressing at the end. It's still good. I still like it. I read the manga, I was like, this is better. Watched the Brotherhood anime, I was like, this is a masterpiece. Brilliant. Like, obviously, there were a few things they cut out, like, in the beginning and some stuff there, but overall, like... perfect. I loved it. This, I don't know, man. Is the final season part 2 of the anime gonna improve this? Is it gonna make it better? I don't know, like, because there's that first part, which is amazing that we're going to get, and then the rest of it is going to be that whole alliance rumbling bullshit, which again has its fair share of good stuff, but also fair share of bad stuff, and that's the problem. And what was the whole thing with Falco seeing the survey call, like him with a sword, whatever, flying or some bullshit? Like, I honestly thought that because that was something Isayama told the animators to add into the first episode, and the assumption was that Falco is going to end up eating Eren and he's going to get the attack time because the whole future thing passes to the next attack titan user or whatever. But no, that's not the case. So what was the point of that stupid line then? Because it makes no sense now. Like, was it just misdirection? Is that what Isayama was just doing? Misdirection? Like trying to fuck with us? And we're like, you thought it was going to end like that? Nah, you dumbass shit. This is how it ends. It feels too easy. It feels too easy. I don't know. It's so weird because we get chapter 187. Everything's all happy and everything's like, yeah, great. It's over. It's done. And then we get 138. And suddenly it's like, shit, everything just went wrong. Holy crap, they're dead. It's all going wrong. This is it. You know, you have to kill him, and they kill him. Okay, it's done. Like, and then you get this chapter, and it's like, yeah, it's essentially done. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this needed one more chapter. This whole final arc did sort of feel rushed. And it always happens. This happens with every final arc in a manga, I think, recently. Tokyo Ghoul Ren. Magi, The Promised Neverland, and God knows what other animes or mangas have done that. Like, Jesus, I hope Black Clover and My Hero Academia end good. Holy crap, I hope they end good. And One Piece, Jesus, when it gets to that, I pray for those right now, because right now I love those and I hope it ends good, man. But this isn't like, I'm not disappointed. Like I predicted half of this shit would happen. I predicted this, and sometimes I'm happy when I'm right, and sometimes I'm not. In this case, I'm like, there really wasn't any way you could go. Like, it's like Isayama tried to do both endings at once. He wanted his Mist ending, and he wanted his Guardians of the Galaxy ending, and he tried to combine the two and give us this half-baked thing. I don't know. Is this how the anime is going to end? Because I got this weird feeling Isayama's not going to end it like this. Like, with the anime, he's going to go for a different ending. I've got this weird feeling he's going to go for a different ending. Like, I don't know. Like, just to sort of separate the two and be like, well, this is the manga and this is the anime. Like, everything's going to be the same up until the ending. Like, something's going to be different. Like, Eren never used his Warhammer abilities. Like, the Warhammer attack. I guess him developing the various titans with the whole Warhammer ability. I don't know. Shooting things out. I don't know. Because we all thought there would be a big twist where he's in Paradise Island, but he's not. And he was with Historia. He's not. Would I prefer that ending? I would have preferred... Maybe, I would have preferred that, maybe. But I probably would have complained and bitched about it too. That's the thing. It's crazy, you know? It's just crazy that it's over and it ends like this. Like, it's crazy. Like... I'm not angry. Honestly, I'm not angry. I'm just, like, very confused. That's the thing, because it honestly does feel like there's a lot of stuff missing that I don't get. But anyway, guys, I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's been an hour and 3 minutes now. Like, I'm done. It's late. I need to go to sleep. I've got a hospital appointment tomorrow I need to get to. Done. That's really it. Can't really talk about anything else. Maybe I'll do a review. Maybe I won't, but I've talked enough about it, so... yeah. That was it, guys. That was my final reaction to the Attack on Titan manga. It's been a journey, guys. For all of you who've been watching my reactions to this from the beginning since I've been doing it, thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Like, this was one of the main things I did for my channel, and now it's over. Will I do the anime? Will I do a reaction to the anime? I don't know. Maybe a few people will bitch and complain if I sit down for 20 minutes watching something without footage, then yeah, I'll be happy to do that. But yeah, yeah, this is gonna divide the fan base, definitely. There's gonna be people who are okay with it, and there's gonna be people who hate this. I know Titan folk is going nuts right now, so, but it is what it is. thank you. Yeah, I have to say this because I have to thank Isayama for this. I have to thank him for this manga that he gave me, gave us, and rest in peace to the people who aren't alive to see this. I know there are a few people online that I saw, I read posts, who unfortunately did not live long enough to see this, and it's sad, it's depressing. Would they have liked it? I don't know, but it's the journey that counts, and they're not here. So rest in peace to those guys, and thank you, Isayama. Please, for the love of God, do not go online bitching to him, hating on him, and do not go online burning your copies, whatever, or your one. Don't put a Tokyo Ghoul or Bleach, whatever. Okay, it's done, it's finished. Accept it until the anime comes back. But yeah, guys, as always, like and subscribe, whatever, and I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye.